Hello strategy gaming enthusiasts, my name is AlzaboHD, and in today's video, we are going to check out the most interesting nations to play in Victoria 3, with a special focus on minor powers and their unique mechanics. These polities are packed with potential and feature formable and flavorful fiefdoms, exclusive events, and unconventional characteristics. And in this guide, we will overview their various strategies and uncover how to unlock some of the rarest achievements in the game. But before we get started, this video is sponsored by Audiensely on behalf of World of Tanks Blitz. World of Tanks Blitz is an MMO tank shooter with intense 7-on-7 player battles, over 400 vehicles, and a community of over 140 million players across the world. You can tank wherever you go, on your phone, PC, Mac, Steam Deck, or Nintendo Switch, and the game has been recently updated with new graphics, new Japanese heavy tanks, and a new aiming system based on community feedback. Give World of Tanks Blitz a shot today by checking it out in the description box below. As a special thanks for players who download the game through the Amazon App Store, you can receive a 20% discount on in-app items and a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Support the channel by downloading the game, create an Amazon App Store account, and drop your username in the pinned comment below to enter into this gift card giveaway. Starting off our list of stimulating states is Sardinia-Piedmont, a dentally flavored fiefdom that could use an irredentist. In 1836, a unified Italy was imaginary, but as in history, SP makes the best polity to free and unify the peninsula. This kingdom and minor power boasts over 50 battalions and is second only to Sicily, making it easy to be a Marchese. Through diplomacy, you can invite your fratellis to form Italy peacefully, or use your military force to enforce a family reunion through a cultural union. If you want to be a reliable state, forget about it, as you can break promises to score an achievement, and forming this fiefdom will further grant you risorgimento to make Rome your home once again. Dzień dobry, and welcome to Krakow, quite possibly the hardest nation to play in Victoria 3. In 1836, Poland is no land, and if you're looking to crack off a cold one with the babchas, you'll have to have patience. Krakow starts off as an Austrian puppet, so you can't do anything but declare independence, and that's tricky since your relationship status is complicated. You'll be outnumbered 400 to 1, and the Allies will abandon you, as is tradition. But you can opt to try a greener grass campaign to attract migrants, spam barracks for soldiers, and go into bankruptcy. If you have more patience than me, this might theoretically be possible, and if you can pull through and procure Polska, you can reform the nation of Poland, or opt to form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Saudaging their way to number 8 on our list of special states is the Brazilian Empire in South America. This sprawling sovereignty is the largest of the continent and starts off raging against the Muffin in a two-front civil war. Despite having a literal child as leader, Brazil can kill off the competition and use their massive manpower to evolve from minor to major power, like a boss Nova. As the leading producer of coffee and future leading exporter of rubber, Brazil benefits from a booming economy, and you can replace your ruler with a republic to obtain an easy achievement. Say no mas to the Treaty of Tordesillas, and you too can use Brazil to take Caralho Clay and make your way towards order and progress today. Shocking their way up the list are the Zulu, a Bantu crew that can shaka sub-Saharan Africa. Who knew that the Zulu could pull through despite their struggling population, illiterate citizenry, and the complete absence of any technology in the 1836 starting date? Don't let their precarious position fool you. Zulu warriors outnumber both Boer breakaway states and can do anything, like fighting a two-front war and reclaiming South Africa once more. With their default institutions, all African cultures are automatically accepted, and the Boers and British will wish they took on another polity. Poor Portugal doesn't stand a chance either, and despite their tech, our starting strength in numbers allows us to plunder their colonies and gold fields. With the colonizers out of Africa, you can rush colonialism to take the continents for yourself and transform your tribe into a technological superpower. Going further, if you educate your state, you can obtain the Reading Campaign achievement as the Zulus start with less than 20% literacy. Mining their way onto number 6 on our list of interesting states is Lanfang, an obscure democracy with Chinese characteristics. This Bornean barony has the second highest standard of living in the game, and, despite its small size, is a member of the Chinese Qing market. This allows you access to every resource in the game, and the ability to exploit market imbalances to make massive buckets of ducats. Democratic China is more likely than you think, and Lanfang is one of the most liberal nations in the world, starting with a presidential republic, census suffrage, separation of church and state, and even rights of assembly. There's gold in the fields, easy early game expansion opportunities, and the late game challenge of decolonizing the gekoloniseerd Dutch East Indies. If you're able to break into Borneo and enforce the traditional 18-hour school system on your children, you can further unlock the miners, not miners achievement. Everything's bigger in Texas, except Texas, which is a small but independent republic in 1836. This Lone Star state starts at war with Mexico, and despite having only 6 soldier regiments, can survive if RNG's on your side. All it takes is one victory to bring Santa Anna to his knees, and through an event you can force a peace and rebuild the republic. I might be a bit biased as I'm from Texas, but Tex-Mex packs a whole lot of flavor, and you can choose to become an American state or remain free from Yankee decree. Despite being a nominal democracy, Houston's got several problems in 1836, but if you can reclaim El Paso and annex Amarillo, you'll have massive tracts of arable land, coal and sulfur in hand, control of sugar land, and late game oil to put a spindle on top. Texas is one of the best states to play tall, and if y'all would like to see me say howdy, let me know, and I might just record a Texas campaign. Smoking their way up the list of interesting emirates is Afghanistan, the Sunni Pashtun state that seals their foes in slate. This graveyard of empires is an opium emporium that produces the 4th largest quantity of opium in 1836. With an army twice the size of those of its neighbors, Afghanistan is more than capable of using its brawn to take out Iran. This agrarian and rural realm is an Islamic emirate with a challenging starting situation on account of its feudal institutions, but through the power of reform, you can hoist the black flag and form the largest narco state in Victorian history. I'm currently completing a Smokium campaign where I pop into the #1 opium production slot, and if you're interested, I invite you to check out the card at the top right of your screen. If you have Canny do the same, you'll be able to unlock the Poppy Dock achievement with this autocracy, assuming you're able to export 2,500 units of opium abroad. Teleporting their way to number 3 on our list is Japan. Well, more specifically the Japanese shogunate. This unreformed feudal fiefdom is a unique challenge in Victoria 3, with a very low standard of living, the 6th largest population, the 10th largest GDP, and its status as a primitive polity. Despite Nippon's prehistoric military tech and lack of line infantry, Japan has a procedural Minecraft amount of arable land, more than triple that of the most fertile fields in the real world, so you can put your serfs on their turf with unlimited farming. Speaking of serfs, modernizing Japan is no easy task and requires the player to put the intelligentsia into power, appoint bureaucrats, consolidate landed voting, abolish serfdom, institute a professional army, and weaken the clout of the shogunate interest group. After 10 years of spanking the shogun, you can embark on a Meiji restoration of your nation and modernize Japan with dozens of unique events, claims over East Asia, 100% tech boost, free railways, and non-bungee for days. If you break tradition and grant salarymen the status of human, you can also unlock the Surf's Up achievement, Sayonara Gozaimasu. But the land of the rising pun is only getting started, and the Sikh Empire at number 2 comes through with the most interesting setup in South Asia. This Sikh state has the greatest number of soldiers, both regular and conscriptable, of any unrecognized formation, and is in a great situation to save the Indian nation. This Khalsa state is uniquely positioned to take on the East Indian Trade Company, Gundwar across the subcontinent, and paint the map with its Kirpan flag design. While tax evasion and economic damnation pose initial problems, you can seek streak across India, opt to form India, and use the peninsula's population of nearly 200 million to enact Rajasthani reparations. The pun never sets on the Sikh Empire, and if you so desire, you can break into Britain to obtain quite possibly the hardest achievement in the entire game. Ascending their way to the top of our list of most interesting Victorian nations is the Heavenly Kingdom of China at number 1. In order to play as this sacred state, you'll first have to play as the Qing on an empty slate. Manchus only want one thing, and it's disgusting, but it's also our one-way ticket to Yezu. We'll first need Protestantism in our polity, and the fastest way is to pray that we become prey to Britain. Let's upset the UK, let them have their way with a treaty port, and accept hopium as our Lord and Savior. This burning bush confers evangelical events that spread Protestantism in adjacent states, so simply sit back and puff pass at 5 speed. For Christianity to succeed, we'll need the God-worshipping society to secede, and once you get this event, opt to play as them and engage in Crusader civil war. With your Uprising conscription modifier, you'll greatly outnumber the Manchus and can bring the Qing down via Taiping Rebellion. Historically, only a few million went into heaven, but if you succeed, you can procure a Chinese Protestant polity and further obtain the revolutionary achievement. That being said, there are many other interesting nations, and I'd give mention to the United Maori tribes, the Mormon state of Deseret, who we've played previously, French Canada, also known as Quebec, Tabarnak, the East Indian Trading Company, the Dutch East Indies, and of course, the fictional state of Belgium. Let me know below if you agree or are Belgian, and feel free to inform me which nations or polities have qualities that I may have missed in this list. Before ending the video, I'd like to thank you for watching this far and supporting the YouTube algorithm. If you like Victoria 3 or want more top 10s, invest in the like button and subscribe to the subscription box. I've been gone for a while due to a censored contagion that cannot be named, but I'm healthy again and more content is coming soon. A special thanks as well to World of Tanks Blitz for sponsoring this video, and be sure to check out the link to the game in the description box below. You can also check out my Patreon or donate basic attention tokens to AlzaboHD on the Brave browser. I hope you all have a nice day and that holy profits flow your way. It's time now to roll the credits.